Welcome to Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and this is where characters gather. Trying to get the angle right, and it's not working so well, but that's okay. So it is time for another 2x2x2 series. And this time we're going to take the winner from last time, which was fantasy, and pair it off against romantic suspense. So the choices for romantic suspense are Fatal Mistake by Susan Sleeman and Shadows of the Past by Patricia Bradley. And the choices for fantasy are The Dragonbone Chair by Tad Williams and The First Blade by Joe Abercrombie. And all four of these authors are new to me, which makes this an especially interesting choice. So I am looking forward to it. So since fantasy won last time, let's do fantasy first. And first up, let's do The Dragonbone Chair by Tad Williams. This is book 1 in the Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn series. And I will read you the back. A war fueled by the powers of dark sorcery is about to engulf the peaceful land of Ostenard. For Prester John, the High King lies dying, and with his death, the Storm King, the undead ruler of the elf-like Scythia, seizes the chance to regain his lost realm through a pact with the newly ascended king. Knowing the consequences of this bargain, the king's younger brother joins with a small, scattered group of scholars, the League of the Scroll, to confront the true danger threatening Ostenard. Simon, a kitchen boy from the royal castle, unknowingly apprenticed to a member of this league, will be sent on a quest that offers the only hope of salvation, a deadly riddle concerning long-lost swords of power. Compelled by fate and perilous magics, he must leave the only home he's ever known and face enemies more terrifying than Ostenard has ever seen, even as the land itself begins to die. Okay, that sounds very interesting. I've already checked. The chapters are not overly long in this one, so here we go. Always a good start when the book starts off with a map. Okay, I finished 2 chapters, and it's amazing. It reads very easy is the right tone. It's the wrong word because it's very lyrical and it's very beautifully written prose. And I could easily lose myself in this. So this is a definite contender. There are 2 more books in this series. I don't own them. I'm going to have to own them to finish this one. So we will see. So next up is a library bookstore find. That would be The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie. This is grimdark fantasy. I know it is greatly beloved in the Booktube fantasy community. I have not read anything by Joe Abercrombie. This was a recent find, so I won't read you the back. It's supposed to be funny as well as very well written and great character study. So I am looking forward to this one. Alrighty then. Talk about action-packed opening, and it wasn't humorous, but it was humorous. Very different in tone and writing style than the Dragonbone chair, but it also has my interest, and I am looking forward to it. As of right now, I couldn't choose between the two of them, so let's see what romantic suspense has in store for me this morning. So first up would be Fatal Mistake by Susan Sleeman. I'll read you the back. Tara Parrish is the only person ever to have survived an attack by the lone wolf bomber. Scared and emotionally scarred by her near death, she goes into hiding with only one plan: to stay alive for another day. She knows he's coming after her, and if he finds her, he will finish what he started. Agent Cal Riggins has had only one goal for the past 6 months: to save lives by ending the lone wolf's bombing spree. To succeed, he needs the help of Tara Parrish, the one person who can lead them to the bomber. Cal puts his all into finding Tara, but once he locates her, he realizes that if he can find her, the lone wolf can too. He must protect Tara at all costs, and they'll both need to resist the mutual attraction growing between them to focus on hunting down the bomber, because one wrong move could prove fatal. Okay. Sounds interesting enough. Chapters are short, which is always a good thing, especially in romantic suspense. So, let's go. Okay, so opens very fast paced. It opens, yeah, you're definitely sucked in from the very, very beginning, and you know who the bad guy is, you know her relationship, it's all right there. I'm definitely intrigued. So we shall see. I wonder if this is a standalone. I think this may be a standalone. I could be wrong. Nope. This is a series, and it is the White Knight series. So, the White Knight series. Okay. So, next up would be the last book in this 2x2x2, and that would be Shadows of the Past by Patricia Bradley. This is the first book in the Logan Point series, and I will read you the back. While she's stalking the truth, someone is stalking her. Psychology professor and criminal profiler Taylor Martin prides herself on being able to solve any crime, except the one she wants most desperately to solve: the disappearance of her father 20 years ago. When she finally has a lead on his whereabouts, Taylor returns home to Logan Point, Mississippi to investigate. But as she works to uncover the truth, someone else will do almost anything to keep her from finding it. Will do almost anything to keep her from it. Nick St. Clair... Okay, brain's tired. Nick St. Clair pens mystery novels for a living. But the biggest mystery to him is how he can ever get over the death of his wife, a tragedy he believes he could have prevented. Now that his estranged brother is the only family he has left, Nick sets out to find him. But when he crosses paths with Taylor, all he seems to find is trouble. Join the chase as Taylor and Nick search the murky shadows of the past for the keys to unlocking the present and moving into a future they never imagined. Okay. It sounds intriguing. Let's see what it reads like. Okay, so this is much more of a slow burn romantic suspense. It's not action-packed in the beginning. The main characters meet each other first off in the first chapter. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It is the least favorite of the four, so we're going to put that one aside. So that leaves a decision choice between these three. And, yeah, it's going to be a much harder choice. I honestly don't know. I would, if I was in the mood, I would read all three of these. So, what does that say? This would be a very quick read because it's the chapters are short. It's fast-paced action, and it was the bones appear to be there in the first two chapters for it to be good. This is lyrical writing, had great world building in the beginning, and you could easily lose yourself in this. I like the fact that, you know, if you flip through, there's poetry and this is going to read like traditional fantasy, which is something I deeply, deeply enjoy. Then the blade itself is, again, unique among these three. It's grim-dark, it's funny, it's highly popular. I'm torn. I'm going to choose one, and then I'm going to, you know, second guess myself as time goes on. I really don't know. This is bizarre. Usually there's a clear gut reaction winner for me. And there's a clear three-way tie. And they're all very different and okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose Fatal Mistake by Susan Sleeman. And the reason I'm going to choose it is I know it can probably be read as a standalone, even though it is part of a series. And I can keep my eye out for them. This was a library find as well. So yeah, I'm going to choose Fatal Mistake by Susan Sleeman. The other ones will undoubtedly be read, but this go around by 2 is going to be Susan Sleeman. And maybe I will put this on my December list. It may have to go into next year. We shall see. We shall see. Please leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.